this is Amy with KETOLISCIOUS Life. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I have a great video in store for you guys today. As part of the collab that I am doing, it's called Stepping Out in September. And this was just a challenge that I actually created for myself. And then I thought, why not invite other YouTubers to join in on the challenge? And we can all support each other. There's so many people out there new to keto, just starting keto, and I'm sure we can all inspire and motivate each other. If you look at one of my last videos, you'll see that I had a special guest speaker, John over at IF Your Keto, and he answered some great questions about, do I need to exercise on keto? So if you're curious, check that video out for sure. But today's question was brought to me by Ketogenic Kim. I'll be sure to link her channel down below. Check her out. She is awesome. She has the greatest motivational, inspirational videos. She's done an amazing job on her journey, and I'm so happy to call her a friend. She's amazing. Her question to me, how have you been able to do it for so very long, stay keto, and succeed with all the temptation around you and having to cook for the family and for the kids and all of that? And that is such a great question. I mean, so many of us started out our keto journey alone. We didn't always have a spouse or a sister or a family member or someone on board with us. If you did, consider yourself very lucky. Me, I started alone because I was at such a place in my life, in my health, that I was so very, very sick that I had to do something. I was already pre-diabetic. I had horrible issues with thyroid disease. I had horrible blood circulation, including DVT blood clots that were very close to taking my life at times. My health was definitely on a downward spiral. So for me, I had no choice. I knew I needed to do something, and I was just watching YouTube, and I kept seeing videos pop up about keto. So that's how I got started on keto. I had to do it. I didn't have a choice. I knew that making a change in my life for my health was just necessary. I didn't really have a choice. I think sometimes it takes us getting to our lowest point to make a real critical decision. I mean, if any of you have suffered with any sort of addiction, smoking, drugs, alcohol, anything like that, you know that you can't quit those things unless you do it for yourself, right? And I feel like it was very much the same way with food for me. Food was definitely an addiction, but I think more than that, it was, I ate my emotions. I was very much an emotional eater. If I was happy, I would celebrate with cake and candy and cookies. That was how I rewarded myself. So I was very much an emotional eater. When I was sad, yep, I ate everything I could get my hands on. And those endorphins, the sugar endorphins in the brain, send those messages. And it's just as addictive as cocaine. Sugar is so addictive. And so for me, that was just, a vicious cycle, a vicious circle. I wanted to lose weight, but then I would emotionally eat. And so when it came down to starting the keto journey on my own, I just didn't have a choice. Within the first week on keto, I felt so good that I knew moving forward from there, even as hard as it was, and as hard as those, emotional eating times would kick in and the cravings, I just knew that I needed to keep moving forward. Something about keto felt so right for me. I felt amazing. My inflammation reduced drastically just in the first week. And then by the end of the second week, I was like, there is no question in my mind that carbs and sugar is what has been making me so sick. So it just kept pushing me forward. And then when I would have to make meals for the kids and the family, I pretty much just made keto meals. And then, if we had steak, we would make the kids French fries, or, the kids would have corn, but I would have broccoli, that type of thing. I would just always have my favorite foods there. And the other thing that got me through keto in the very early months doing this was Lily's chocolate bars. Having the Lily's chocolate bars on hand really helped get me through, because first of all, Lily's taste so amazing. It doesn't even taste like it's sugar-free. You know, it's a really good chocolate. And so having those on hand helped so much. Whenever I would have any kind of cravings, or even if I was just hungry, I ate. I would go eat keto foods. I didn't deprive myself, because I was changing the brain process. For years, we think calories in versus calories out. We think, if you stop eating, you will lose weight. But for me, that was all wrong. I actually gained weight when I exercised really, really hard, and when I ate less and less and less. I had so much metabolic damage, and so much, my metabolism was just completely crashed. And then on top of that, I had insulin resistance through the roof. When I first started keto, my blood sugars were over 100. I don't even remember exactly the number, but it was up there. And for me, that was high. Pre-diabetic. And so I just saw the proof in the pudding right away with keto. Keto was just, wow, this is the missing puzzle piece to my health. This is what I wish somebody or a doctor or anyone would have told me when I was so sick. We struggle for so many years being sick, and we just don't get the help. We don't know. We're just told, eat the standard American diet, keep your calories under 1,500, 1,200, eat this, eat carbs, eat, all of this, which none of that works when you're insulin resistant. It's just ridiculous. It's just silly thinking, silly doctors. So for me, I just knew I had to keep pushing forward. What pushed me forward was because I felt better. What pushed me forward is because for once I finally saw the scale go down. For once. I mean, I've been battling with my weight for half my life, and I'm in my 40s, getting close to 50, guys. But yeah, so for half of my life, for 20 plus years, I struggled with my weight. I couldn't, nothing worked. And all that time, all I was doing was getting sicker and sicker and sicker. So, all I can say is give keto a chance. Let it work for you. It is so very healing. It reduces inflammation. It stabilizes your hormones. It brings blood glucose sugars back to where they're supposed to be. I mean, it's just a win-win. I eat so much more healthy now than I did before keto, when I was trying to do the standard American diet where I was eating, healthy carbs. I eat so much healthier now. I eat steaks and way more vegetables and salads than ever before, which I love. I love them. So, my advice would be just stick to the plan. Give keto a chance. Give it a fighting chance. We've done enough damage to ourselves for years, and look how fast time flies by. Commit to like 2 months. Commit to yourself for 2 months. That's what I did. I said, I'm going to do this for 2 months, and if it doesn't work, then I'll go AIP or something, more drastic. I'd probably rather eat mud than do AIP, honestly. I just really didn't want to have to go that extreme, because I just don't want to have to do that, so I was just like, please let keto work. Please let keto work. So that's what I did, you guys. I just committed to myself. You can only do it for yourself. If you're doing it for someone else, if you're doing it to get in shape to go on a cruise, if you're doing it, for a boyfriend or a husband or something like that, significant other, and it's not really for yourself. You have to make the choice for yourself. You have to be in control. It's all about control, controlling what we are allowing for ourselves. And that was a big, huge eye-opening lesson I learned, not only about food, but just even in my own life, about people, about people that were toxic to me, all of it. It was all about, who are you allowing into your life, and what are you allowing in your life? So that is my take on how I stayed keto strong, while having family members not being keto. Now that said, after about 4 months on keto, my husband saw my success, and then all the while he was eating my keto foods and the standard American diet, and he was gaining weight. So he's like, this isn't working. I'm gonna have to go on keto. So, and he needed to lose weight, he knew that, and he had high blood pressure. He was also headed down the road for pre-diabetes. There's no question, it runs in his family. So he got on the keto bandwagon, and he has now lost, I think, 45 pounds. So together we've lost nearly 100 pounds, if not more. Like right there. I mean, we've lost about 100 pounds as a couple. I mean, that's a lot of weight. And he feels a lot better, and he's happy with how he's looking, and so yeah. And we feel healthier. We know the science behind it. We've done the research. We've seen what it can do within, after about, I want to say he ended up having to have a checkup right after he started keto, like either a month or 2 months later. And he already, within that short time, no longer needed his high blood pressure medication. His blood pressure had come down drastically just from that short time on keto. So it's amazing, and I'm super, super happy I found it, and I plan to do it forever. I don't see myself stopping. Now, I do see myself maybe having a cheat day here and there, but I know every time I have a cheat day, I'm going to pay for it. And I have, and I get right back on keto. It's what works for my body, so give it a try. You guys won't regret it, I promise. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome keto week. So Kim, thank you so much for this question. I'm so happy that you're, joining this collab, and we're having so much fun doing it together. I'm feeling super inspired by you and by John, and anyone else who wants to join the collab, jump on in and we can get you set up. So thanks so much. And to all of you that are just starting keto, it works. Give it a shot, give it a fair chance, and let it heal your body, and you will be so much happier that you did. And it's okay if you mess up. It's okay. Just remember, it's okay. We've all messed up. There is no perfect keto person out there. Sorry, but they don't exist. So just remember that nobody's perfect, and if you mess up, you just jump right back in there and you do it again. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please give us a big like, a big thumbs up, and leave me a comment below. Let us know your questions. If you're new to keto, let us know if you have a question. Let us know if you need help. We're all here to help and support you in your journey, and we appreciate all the help and support that you're giving us in our journeys. So thanks so much. You guys have an awesome one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.